those of you, like myself, who just die to go to the Kravis Center. We're not going, but they are there. A lot of their staff, they're there. And I was so lucky to have Linda Birdsey, who is in charge of marketing and all the good stuff that gets people there, the public relations. And I asked her, I said, please tell us what's going on at the Kravis Center. So welcome to our show, Linda.
Thank you, Anita. Thanks for having me on. It's great to see you, after
You too.
I think I can't remember the last show I saw you at.
I don't know the last one you've had. I was there. I go to all your shows. They're spectacular. It's such a lift to go to the shows at the Kravis Center. And I know people are wondering, what are they doing there? They are working. Why don't you tell them what you're doing?
Yeah. We and basically as of March 30th is when we shut down, like most everyone else around the country, some around the world. And we've been working remotely, starting from that point, the entire staff, the team. And then we have been coming back into the office little by little. And so we're on staggered shifts. And we hope to be back possibly in January, all of us, full time. We have our full-time staff, still on staff here. We didn't have our part-time, which is normally during the summer days. We don't have a part-time, it's not working. So they haven't returned. Just really all the full-time staff have been returning. But we have been gearing up, working on our health and safety protocols for our guests when they do return. And then working on, we had already, when the pandemic hit and we shut down, we had already had a whole season of shows that had already been scheduled for the 2021 season. So that's had the season brochure. If you go on our website now, kravis.org/brochure, you'll see the brochure was there. It's been out, but
well, I'm going to interrupt you a minute. What happens to those people in the shows when this happens?
Well, the shows, we've been here, but the shows have been reaching out to us and they basically have just either postponed or, canceled the tour. We hope maybe down, we'll see them at another time, in the future seasons. But yeah, so the shows have been from last season to this, it's, we've refunded over $8.5 million in ticket sales.
Oh my gosh, Linda, we never hear about that. Oh my gosh.
So it's been and we've started a campaign like a lot of performing arts centers like Broward and Arsh, what we call our road to reopening is what we're calling it, to make sure that, losing all this revenue to receive donations to help keep us, turnkey ready. So when we are back, going in full swing, that we have everybody in place because, we have, great staff, great skilled staff, our techs are, all of it is, ready and willing and able to bring on the shows back on and be ready. And so we are, staying ready to do that. But our education, all of that stopped as far as kids, of course, the shows going and kids coming here. But we moved to another direction. We started doing online, virtual stuff. So it's called Kravis Classroom Connection, where we offer where the schools would come here. Now we stream something to the schools and different various shows and products that the teachers can sign up to view in their classrooms. And a lot of times after that event, there's some kind of live interaction with the artist of some sort. So we still.
So where do the artists perform, Linda? Where do they do the performance?
This would be something they would stream in wherever they are. They could be anywhere around the world.
Oh, I see.
It's all virtual. Everything is virtual. We haven't had anything with the kids where they've actually come and seen anything here. It's all been streaming, just like we're talking here through Zoom.
Yeah.
Either doing that or it's some kind of offering, a streaming offering with the Zoom, maybe with some of the artists in a talk back or something, or Q&A or something like that. And it's really been quite successful because we've had thousands of kids now see our stuff. In fact, it's been reaching other parts of the country.
Right.
I think it was either Utah or Arizona out there reaching out and registering to watch some of our educational offerings through our Kravis Classroom Connection. So we're really happy about that. Helps to get the word out about, us here. And so we're very pleased about that. So as far as education.
Well, but the good part about COVID is now they know you. You may want to keep doing that after, because, it gives you now national attention.
Exactly. And also right after when the pandemic hit and we're all home, we right away kind of put into action our Kravis at Home, which again, a lot of performing arts centers started some kind of a virtual offering, with different things that you can get, through an email. But I like to call ours, it's like, it's curated content that we've pulled either from things that we've already had done ourselves, from
Right.
other places. We have eyeballs looking every week for something to offer on our Kravis at Home that you can enjoy or learn from, because we have an educational component within the Kravis at Home. So we've kind of gotten that off, and it's been, pretty good. We launch it every Friday morning. Something, there's stuff that stay on there through the weeks, and then we try to refresh it with some new things too. So there's new and there's old and continues, but
wait a minute. So seniors are listening to this with you.
yes, seniors.
How do they get on that? Will you
just
explain
go
that?
to Kravis. If you put in your computer, kravis.org/at-home.
Okay.
Or go to kravis.org to our home page, and you'll see a slider that says Kravis at Home. You click that slider, and it'll take you right to that Kravis at Home section on our website.
Great.
Received very well, I have to say. We've had some nice things on there, some lectures, some of our former Lunch and Learn lectures we posted up there. So we're very happy with it. And like we've featured some of our like Miami City Ballet has been featured up there,
Right.
and the Palm Beach Symphony. So various folks that have been here or never been here even, or some kind of program that we may see that has an arts feel to it, will feature up on our Kravis at Home.
Well, I was thinking, Linda, that when I've gone and I've attended some of the concerts, and you could put Itzhak Perlman, or if you're allowed, or you could put any of the major orchestras back on, because you never get tired of that. And so you really can just, if they let you do that, I don't know if there's some sort of a deal with that.
Yeah, we don't have that per se, but we have had where they've had it somewhere, maybe at another place, and allowed us, it's been like a free something, and grab it, and then just basically we're your eyes and ears for things around, the virtual world, and we're drag it over here. So check out our Kravis at Home, because there may be something there that might appeal to your taste to see. And but like so far, I said we have been getting a nice little response to people watching, and keeps them engaged. Our whole thing is to keep the public engaged. We're still here. We're not going anywhere. We are going to have, a season to come. We do have shows though coming up. We have some nice shows. Avery Summers is coming up on December 19th and 20th here, and the Rinker Playhouse. And that will be actually our first Kravis Center presentation that we're presenting in our small Rinker Playhouse, which is a beautiful little intimate theater. It's going to be a cabaret style, a show. You buy the tables. There'll be tables of 4. And with that, there'll be tableside service from the bar. You don't get up to go get a drink. Everyone will come to you and serve you. And so we've sold out actually the first show. We have a second one, a matinee at 2:00 on that Sunday. And if you can go to our website, you'll see more about it at kravis.org with Avery Summers. And she's going to be doing a lot of different some blues, some jazz, some American songbook, maybe a gospel, maybe even a holiday song in there or two, because it's so close to holidays. But she's been here before, and
yeah.
Wonderful artist.
She's
and
great.
love
Now,
her.
are you going to do this in the lobby, or you're doing it and you moved how are you doing this?
It's going to be, if you walk into the Rinker, there'll be cocktail tables. There's like 23 tables, and at each table there's 4 chairs. So you can buy a table. A table I think is $120. Buy the table, and you can bring up to you plus 3 people, so they can seat 4 people at the table. The tables are socially distanced from other tables so that you're not, you're spread out in the room. And so we can get, I think, about 23 tables in, socially distanced. And of course, we have all of our protocols and our health requirements on our website. If you go to kravis.org/health safety, it's listed everything that we're doing to keep you safe, from our air purification to our ozone treatments, to the wipe downs. We do ask everyone, you have to wear a mask, unless you're eating or drinking. And you don't mingle, you don't go around from table to table. You basically, you're brought in, you're
hello, right? Wave to your friends.
Wave to your friends. No mingling. You just hello from the side, and have a seat. Enjoy. Of course, the restrooms are there if you need to go there. There's someone who's there keeping continuously cleaned. We do the same thing with, spraying down everything. Everything has been highly sanitized through hospital disinfectant, we've gone, way above just keeping everything as clean and as safe, so that you can feel, totally comfortable that you're in a good space to watch this concert.
Let me tell everybody, I'm Anita Finley. I didn't introduce myself, but I've been the host of Zoomer Times. We're doing a lot of these, and I have a wonderful guest on, of course, and that is our favorite, Linda Birdsey, who is Director of Marketing and PR at the Kravis Center. We've spoken to her many times, and she's being gracious enough to do this with us today and to tell you about, at least there is something. So you can continue. I just wanted everyone to know who you were.
No worries. Yeah. And then following up that concert, we have Winona Wong, who is coming as part of our Young Artist Series, a pianist, young, brilliant pianist, part of the Young Artist Series. And she'll be here in January. I believe it's January 12th. And so that's going to be again in the Rinker. Again, it'll be the tables of 4. And you buy the table, 4 to a table or 2 to a table, whatever you want. But you can have up to 4 people at each table. So, but you can go to our website. If you go to our website at kravis.org/calendar, you'll see everything lined up to the most current of what is happening. Obviously, we've had some things that have canceled or postponed, so they're not showing up in that calendar. And but that's the place to look to find out what is kind of up and going, the latest right now. And
let me also tell people, because you heard that Linda said that they had to return over $8 million to subscribers, which was a very big nut. So if you have some extra money, or you want to, show them how much you care, you can donate to kravis.org. That would be a nice thing to do, whether it's $1 or it's $10 or $1,000 or $10,000, because they are our performing arts center, not only in Palm Beach County, but actually I believe in South Florida. It's the most wonderful place. And of course, as far as food, when you're talking about there'll be no food, where is there going to be food when they come to these little the Rinker?
There's some, actually the Breakers is doing, the similar what they've done in the past.
Oh, they are
having some light bites, I know maybe like a cheese tray or samplings and things like that. But it is definitely, the bar service is there. But again, you'll sit down and they'll come to you.
Right.
Standing at the bar, no hanging in the lobby, anything like that. In fact, stay outside until you're ready to come in and take your seat, if that's what you want to do.
Right. There's not going to be a lot of people, as you said, so that's good. You said,
it's small.
It's tables.
Right. It's 23 tables of 4. And again, this is small steps we're taking as we into what we're doing for the season. And then we have these small shows, but I would say check it out. But you are on point about, as far as the donations, we are, we're right. I know it's holiday time, and believe it or not, we did put out there our gift certificates, because it's not maybe today but tomorrow, and it is a way, like I think we say, it's buying these today that helps support us tomorrow, for our tomorrow.
Good.
It's all a good thing, we and we so appreciate the community, and the community has responded so great. We just had a volunteer recognition drive-through to recognize our volunteers. We have over 400 volunteers, and so we were supposed to have an event in April, but of course that got postponed. So what we decided to do just last week, they drove through, and not only did they come through and we gave them a little goodie bag, and all these staff was out there clapping and applauding them, and, you know, air kisses and everything else, but they dropped off food because we did a food drive in function with recognizing them, and they were so wonderful, and they blessed us so nice that we, along with the employees combining, I think we raised over 2,000 pounds of food. We gave it to the Palm Beach Food Bank. So that was really nice. We got a chance to see our volunteers and say hello and let them know how much we miss them, and they're exchanging the same thing. You know, they miss us and love them, but hope to be back, you know, in here, you know, in the near future.
Yeah, your volunteers are wonderful. Every time I come to the Kravis, I always thank them for volunteering, because it is something. They don't get paid. They do get to see the shows, but they're very kind. It takes a lot of, you know, everyone's pushing to get in, and they're very sweet, very kind, and give you your programs and all, but you do, and it's taken you quite a while to get 400 good volunteers. So
yes.
Glad you're taking care of them.
So it's great there too. So we're, you know, we're here. We've got things going on. Like I said, it's just in a different way, you know, in some ways, like our education, you know, different there, a little virtual right now, getting back into, you know, doing shows, starting with our small theaters. And, you know,
well, let me ask you now personally, like, you know, this is a little personal time too. So how are you handling this? So you come into the office every day, or
I've been coming in, every day. Yeah. Some staff are working from home. Like right now, it's like some staff come in 2 days a week if you want to. Otherwise, you can come in, you know, as much as you want. I've been in every day since, I guess, August, coming in every day. Yeah. So, and
so everybody, I asked the big question. Did anyone get COVID of any of your staff?
No, none of my staff, no.
Oh, that's wonderful.
There's nothing there. No.
So you've all been protected, you know, and you're being good.
When you come in, you have to have your temperature taken, you know, wearing your mask, everything has been, you know, like, again, sanitize. It's all about sanitizing, right? And just being smart, you know,
right.
about it too, you know.
And if anybody hasn't been to the Kravis, and I hope everyone's listening has been, but they have great parking. I don't think you'll have valet for any of this, though, do you? They're just park themselves.
No, we will not have valet. No. You'll park for this. We're encouraged park on the 3rd floor because it leads right out to the rink.
Right.
You don't even have to take an elevator. You know, park on the 3rd floor. So, but anything in the rinker, there's that. Person hall now, you would go down and take an elevator up, but right now we've got, you know, a lot of things are coming out of the rinker playhouse. So.
And the food that Linda was talking about, I usually before show, I always go up there and get something. Their food's very good that they cater in. So you can have some little tidbits there sitting at the table and have some drinks. But I would feel this would be very safe if you're very careful, you know, and it's December, you said December the 17th?
December, 19th is a evening show, and then the 20th is a matinee, right?
Okay, well, that's coming up, and that could be a holiday gift that you give to somebody to do it, or you know, you wait, and so when do you think you will actually come out with the new program for 2021?
Oh, for 21, 22?
Yeah.
Well, we're working on it, believe it or not. Lee Bell, who was our senior director of programming, you know, extraordinaire, I love to say, because he is extraordinary. He's a wonderful, great programmer. But he is working on that 21-22 season, you know, as we speak. He's been work. He constantly is just always, you know, putting things together. Some of the things that did, you know, may have gotten canceled could be ending up on the 21-22 season, you know, could be moved over. So you may see some of that. But we'll be, you know, that season will still be, it'll be announced when we typically announce it, which is in the summer. So keep on watch out.
Yeah, because we always think about all the wonderful talent on Broadway, which they just put off till what, 2022, I think, or something.
Oh, I think for the last I believe was, I'm not sure, it might have been May. It might be September. Yeah, it's
really
pushing
so
it.
I mean, and you wonder what they're doing. I mean, I had a massage therapist and she stopped doing that, and now I think she's working in an office doing something. Everybody has to figure out something else.
Yeah. Everyone has to. I mean, you hear the word pivoting all the time. I pivoted here. I got to pivot here.
Pivot.
whatever. So yeah, we're
A
all
good
pivoting,
word.
right?
I hadn't thought
But
about pivoting.
yeah, and with Thanksgiving around the corner, literally, it's like we still
Forget it.
this. We still, I think, have a lot to be thankful for. So
I
much.
know, yeah, but forget it.
Our
We're
community.
gonna do Zoom. It's
Yeah.
interesting. I have my triplet grandchildren who are 15. They live in Miami, and every Thanksgiving they come here and we play really intense bingo. They win money from me.
Oh, wow.
So now they're gonna do it on Zoom. I haven't figured out how we're gonna do the bingo, but we're gonna do it because I'm not going down there and they're not coming up.
Okay. Well, sounds good.
Because
But
they're in school, and my son said, "I don't want. You never know what they could be bringing. So let's
right,
not do it. Let's just do it on
right,
Zoom."
right.
Zoom
That's
is the most
safe.
wonderful thing, isn't it? Now, when you think about it, we do a lot of interviews on Zoom, and actually, they're even more enticing than when we did on the radio. Because there's only one person. I wasn't on with you, and it's a lot more exciting. I've had people with food, and we do things. So I think it's going to stay. Maybe we'll do other things too, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think we are into a new.
Right. It's an
Don't you?
additive. Right. It's an add-on. Totally. It expands the whole experience, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is something new, and people are, I think, for families, and I've heard this, a lot of the families didn't even know who their children were, not really. And now they're all stuck together, and especially the fathers, they're having a lot of fun. They didn't know they could have so much fun with their kids.
Right. I said that about our dogs because I never, the dogs are at home. I'm like, okay, now, oh my gosh, these dogs are this and that. We have 2 Boston Terriers and they're so funny because now my husband is at home too, working from home. So we're both like, oh, wow. The dogs are like, they did this, they did this. So you get to know your animals too, as well as your kids and your family. It's all good. And some like, there's some good stuff coming out of this.
My dog, Jack, I have this, a little Shih Tzu, and he does not like me to leave anymore. If I head with my purse towards the door, he's running to be with me. He doesn't know what it's like to be alone anymore.
Aww.
So, they'll have to get adjusted to this when I go out, right?
I know, right.
But at least, what I'm happy about is the elder people are staying, they're listening, and they're not going out as much as they, can. Even grocery stores, they order it in. I live near 2 Georges, and sometimes I do see the place a little too crowded. And I mean, I never go, but people have to really be careful because, just getting back to Thanksgiving, I have had how many Thanksgivings, so many Thanksgiving in my life, and I can miss one. I mean, it's not going to kill me,
sure,
right?
Of course, yeah.
I'm glad for the turkeys. They're going to live longer.
Right. But again, like we're thankful, I'm saying? We're thankful. The Craftsman is very thankful to the community, for all the support that they've given us, and continue to give us. And, just thankful for all of that and for South Florida.
And let me ask you, I have been listening to some music, some orchestras, or let's say groups, where they're in different locations and they put it all together. Have you heard any of that? They're not with each other.
I know about it. I have not. Yeah, they're you mean you're seeing it streamed, you mean?
Yeah, you see it streamed and you hear it, but they're not together. And
they're
just doing it.
Yeah, they're broken on a Zoom, like on a Zoom performance.
Yes, each one, right.
We featured something like that. I think it's taken down, but we had something with our young singers, our DeGeorge Academy, and it might have been some Dreyfus School of the Arts kids. And we had Michael Feinstein introduce it. And if I find it, I'll send it to you, Anita, because maybe you missed it.
So they weren't together, right? They were separate.
No, they did it all from home. Everybody was in their home, wherever they were. The artists, the musicians, and there were a lot of singers too. I'll send it to you, but it was quite well done. It was a collaborative effort with young singers and us. And like I said, our DeGeorge kids, Dreyfus School, and I think some Palm Beach symphony, musicians. So it was over the rainbow, somewhere over the rainbow. It was quite beautifully, yeah. So I'll make sure I'll send that to you so you can.
Yeah, that's what's happening though, because they're quartets. You hear them and they're different places, and it takes a little time for them to figure out how to do it. But many of them know their music, and they don't have to always have a conductor. They know by counting. And they're singing to enjoy it. I mean, it's not the same as everyone being together, but it is a way.
Right. Way to keep the music going, right?
Absolutely. And you know, when you think of it, I wanted to ask you, of course, the Dreyfus Theater is named after Alex Dreyfus, who really was the mover and shaker to get the Kravis Center where it is today. And is Alex doing okay?
Yes, as far as I know, it's doing very well. Yep.
I'm very glad to hear that. See, every big cultural organization needs a mover and shaker, someone who puts their name out there and is willing to do this. And I think Alex has been that. I see him, you know, in a lot of the pictures when you send out the brochures. I still kept the last big, beautiful brochure you sent with all the things in it. You do such a good job on that.
Right.
In fact, I don't know how you do that. I mean, there must be 30 pages of gorgeous pictures and and you have to arrange all these things and then you have to market it. And so in a way, I know you don't want to, but maybe it's a little vacation for you.
Well, we actually, you know what, Anita, we did do another brochure. We just didn't, it's online there. We did one and we sent it just to our donors, but it was a smaller version, more like our Ovations newsletter. It was, I think, 36 pages. And, but we still kind of stayed on track with that, kind of keeping that going, you know, so yeah.
And then before we have to go, let's not forget the people who are the ones in the communities who get, you know, I forget what you call them. They're the people who get people to subscribe and to come. You have a big luncheon for them. What is the title of it?
You mean our Kravis on Kravis?
Yeah, right. And you invite all those people who are in charge of groups. It's the group.
Oh yeah, group sales, absolutely. Terry Reed, who's our group sales coordinator, works with a lot of group leaders. And we do, like, usually each year we've had something Kravis on Kravis, which we kind of roll season. We invite all the group leaders and all the folks in the community, you know, the voices, the influencers, not just the social influencers or anyone who has a influence. And and
so are you still, I'm sure you're talking to them. I'm sure you.
Oh yeah, Terry continues to talk to our group leaders. Yep, absolutely, right.
And then you also have that one, that, I forget her name now, who is in charge of the concerts, the string, you know, all the orchestras.
Sharon McDaniel.
Yes.
Sharon, you know what? Sharon passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
It happened. I'm trying to think. I think it was the end of February, maybe the beginning of March, right?
So sorry.
Yeah.
She was so wonderful, and she really.
Oh my gosh. Her. Yeah. She was struggling with, you know, an illness, and not COVID, but for a while she had been, like, you know, on a leave of absence. But yeah, she did. She passed.
Well, so that's why it's an interesting point that we talk about this, that remember, life is so fragile. Every day, every moment, love the people, appreciate them, do what you can for everybody. And when you attend a Kravis performance, you walk out feeling so good, because life is difficult. And if for that 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, you really get out of your space. And it's really important. Some people read novels, but go see live theater. It's great that we have television, but once you're sitting in that seat, and it's all going to come back. And for those of you who can come back and go to the Rinker, that's a good thing to do. So go to kravis.org and look up the Rinker and you're not sold out, or you are at this point?
The first show is actually sold out, Avery, but the second show still has some seats. So check it out.
That's the matinee.
Just go through our kravis.org/calendar and you'll see, you know, go to our homepage and see the calendar there and listing, and then you'll see all that's available.
And then you have something coming in January, you said.
Yes, we have Winona Wong, which is part of our Young Artist series. So think of regional arts, but she's sort of like an up and comer, you know, beautiful classical pianist. Be a delight, you know, to see and enjoy her if you're missing some classical. Okay,
so Linda, thank you, Linda.
Thank you, Anita.
Wonderful. Linda Birdsey, and go to kraviscenter.org for all your.
Kravis.org. Just Kravis.
Oh, is that what I did?
Yeah, Kravis.org.
Just Kravis.org. I have Kravis.
Yes, you don't want to go to Kravis. Okay. Yeah. Remember, stay
Kravis.org. Okay, Kravis.org. That's easy. Oh, I love that.
It's easy. Easy peasy.
We'll talk again, Linda. Thank
you
for coming.
Anita, thank you. And happy Thanksgiving.
Same to you and be safe.
And you and Dan, you too. Thanks again.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.